Hello there and welcome to the Card Grotto. Today I've got a haul to share with you. These are items that I purchased in the last couple of months. I have saved quite a bit up to share in this video, but do let me know if you'd prefer me to just do them every month again next year, and even if I haven't got much to share with you, or you prefer the ones that are a bit longer but not so often. I'd love to hear your thoughts, but otherwise there's quite a lot to get through in this one. So let's start with the Purple Onion Designs stamps that I purchased. This one here is the Sweet Snow Friends. It's absolutely adorable, and I purchased these directly from Purple Onion Designs, but for the purposes of full disclosure, they did give me a discount on my order and said for me to kind of promote their holiday sale. So I do want to be completely honest with you. I'm not 100% sure in the end what I actually purchased and what I received for free. Like I said, I do want to be completely honest with you, but these are absolutely adorable stamps. I just think this image is so cute. All of Purple Onion Designs are red rubber, and so there's a thing that I'm going to share with you soon how it can help with stamping them with a MISTI. But first of all, this is the Holiday Messages Sentiment set. I really love the different fonts on this set. Unfortunately, I haven't used it a whole lot, in time for this year for Christmas, but I just love all of the different sentiments, and I have still got a few cards to make, but otherwise I will definitely use this a lot more next year. And then this is how you can use your red rubber stamps without having to mount anything. So this is a clear mount, like a stamp mount, and it's 4 by 6 inches in size. You peel off one side of the backing and then the other side, and then it sticks to the red rubber stamps. And it also sticks to the door of the MISTI, so that you can put that on the door of the MISTI, then stick the stamp on, and you can remove them, move them about any way, which way you want to use them. So it's a really great idea to be able to use red rubber stamps in a MISTI. Usually I add thin foam mount onto the back of my red rubber stamps, and then you can use them with the MISTI if you wanted to as well. But I really love that you don't have to do that. You can just stick them down. This size, this 4 by 6 size, fits really nicely in the mini MISTI. It just about fits. And so, but I think they might have a few different sizes if you didn't want that particular size. So next up is the My Favourite Things Very Merry paper pad. I have used this already, as you can see. I try and not use any of the stuff that I share in a haul video in advance, but a few things I've had to use obviously this time just because it's taken me so long to make the video. But I really love these patterns. I really love the colour combinations, especially in this pad, and I think that they would work really nicely for non-Christmas cards as well. But this is how I've used it on these cards. I made a few different ones with a different patterned paper. Like I said, I just really love that colour combination. I'm not usually a person that loves kind of like lots of bright colours together, but I thought that these worked really nicely. Then next up, sorry, I'm doing this voiceover style, so I'm trying to catch up with the video. Next up, this is the MFT, and this is the Bitty Holiday Wishes set. And I really love all of the different sentiments on it. Unfortunately, I just didn't get a chance to use it this year, and I'm really disappointed with myself. I'd put all of these products in a pile kind of separately to do a haul video, and then it was kind of underneath all of them, so I didn't get a chance to use it, although I do still have a few Christmas cards to make, so I might be able to use it. But there's just loads of different sentiments in this set, as you can see, really kind of versatile. The next up is the MFT. These are the fold up tags dies, and I have used these already, as you can see, but I really love them because you literally can fold up a tag. I made some of these little tags for the MFT YouTube channel, and I love, just like I said, how they fold up, so you can have a sentiment on the inside, or you could have something else as well, but I really love that you can have a sentiment, and then you've just got, you can kind of decorate the front. I decorated these with the little penguins. I just thought that they were really, really cute, and I'm going to use these tags all year round as well. And I do like the size of them. They're fairly small, but you can still get quite a lot on the front of a tag. Next up, these are the Slimline Stitched Snowdrift dies, and I'd originally just wanted the kind of normal snowdrifts, if that makes sense, so like the size of an A2 card, but Seven Hills Crafts didn't have them in. at least at the time. And so I thought I might as well go ahead and get the Slimline version, because then at least I can use them for Slimline cards and also for kind of standard A2 cards as well. So I get a bit more versatility out of it. And I really love the stitching on them. I do have the original Snowdrifts without the stitching, but I do quite like that added detail as well. Next up, also from Seven Hills Crafts, I picked up the Reverse Confetti. This is the Dealey stamp set. I just fell in love with these cute little reindeer. I just love how they're drawn. Again, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get time to end up using them this year, but I did pick up the coordinating dies as well, just because of all those little antlers. I didn't want to try and fussy cut them out, but I do try these days to try and not buy the die set as well as the stamp set. But for something like this, I thought it would just be a lot easier. So like I said, really love these cute little reindeer in the trees there. Looking forward to using that. Then next up, I purchased a few different Altenew items. I wanted some more of their ink pads. I really like their kind of cube ink pads for their stamp layering sets, or their colour layering sets, however you want to call them. And I didn't have any of their greys, so I thought I'd pick up the warm grey selection. I wanted to use these more for kind of leaves and things with the flowers. I thought that they would work really nicely instead of greens. And then I also picked up the Red Cosmos collection. I don't have many red ink pads, so I have used that already and I really like the colours on those. And then this is the Fall Harvest set, and it's not really kind of colours that I would gravitate towards, but I think that they will work really nicely for the inside of the flowers. Generally, I probably would more likely kind of stamp them in these kind of colours, so I thought that that would work really nicely. And then I picked up quite a few of the packs of the Altenew gradient cardstock sets. All of these are from Seven Hills Crafts, by the way, and these are a smaller sized pack of cardstock, and you get either 4 shades or 3 shades of different colour cardstock, and they match the colours of their ink pads and their artist markers and things like that, so everything kind of coordinates, which is really nice. I did originally purchase one of these, and I ended up using them on one of their floral die layering sets, and I just found them really handy. I wasn't originally going to buy all of the colours, but because I found that they worked so nicely, I ended up purchasing a few more of them. And so like I said, they to me worked out really nice. And it's also quite nice because the cardstock is a little bit thinner than the cardstock I have in general. Most of the cardstock that I have is £100 cardstock, and these are more on like the £80 kind of feel of the cardstock, which is nice, especially for kind of layering all of the different layers of the flowers of the die cuts. So this collection here is the shades of purple, and I just thought it was really pretty with all the shades of purple. Obviously I tend to use purple quite a lot, and I thought that purple tends to work really nicely with you know, different flower images. So this is the shades of purple. And then I also picked up the Summer Afternoon collection, which is obviously more oranges and yellows, the Red Cosmos, the Seashore, the Green Meadows, and that's a kind of a lower price point because you've only got the 3 different shades of that in the pack. And then also the Cherry Blossom, which is really pretty pink shades. And I'm not sure what I'm saying on camera here, but this is the Altenew Holiday Tag die set. I think it's originally made to be a coordinating die for a stamp set, but I really love the shape of the tag here. And then you also get some really nice borders as well, so you can kind of cut the bottom out of a tag, or you could obviously use them separately as well. And then the other dies are for the coordinating stamp set, but I just thought it would be really nice to create some tags using that shaped die. And then I also picked up some metallic thread from Altenew, and in this pack you get a silver, kind of like a more yellowy gold, and then a pale gold as well. And I just thought they were really pretty. I do have some metallic thread that I got from a local haberdashery store, but I always find that it's difficult because I can't really link to it properly, and so it's nice to support these you know, stamp stores to be able to link to the products that I'm using. Obviously I do like to support my local shops as well, but for crafting purposes it's a little bit easier to be able to link to stamp stores as well. Then next up, I purchased a couple of Concord and 9th items. This is the Take a Bow Encore die set, the one that you layer up to be able to make some Christmas trees. I had the original set. I can't remember what it was called. Maybe it was called Take a Bow. And I couldn't get it to cut at all. I had a cuttle bug back then, and that was the only die cutting machine I had, and I just couldn't get it to cut, and I ended up giving it to a friend, and I think she struggled to cut it out as well, and then I think she then gave it on to another friend. And so I'm looking forward to trying this one out. I've now got some different die cutting machines, and I think it will cut a lot easier. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, unfortunately, but I'm still hoping that I'll be able to this year to create some little trees just to have kind of around my craft room and things like that around the house. I just thought it'd be really pretty, especially to kind of create some in different colours as well. And then I did pick up the Take a Bow, I can't remember exactly what it's called, I apologise, I will have it linked down below. I think it's the trimmings dies, and these work to kind of create like baubles or ornaments and stars and things like that that you can put on the trees. I generally wanted the tree set just for trees, but it might be quite nice to adorn them as well. And then I also picked up some little things from Lucy's Cards. These are kind of replenishments. I use these all the time. So these are the diamond mix jewels. They're just really pretty and shiny. And then I also picked up the clear iridescent mix, which I use basically almost on every card. Really, really pretty clear with the iridescence. And then also the ice cube mix, which are completely clear. And again, I really love them and I use them quite a lot on my cards. And then they also did put in a couple of free samples, which is really nice. I really love when companies do that. It just makes you feel a little bit special, and so I really love these little ones that they've sent as well, especially those, I think they're moonstones, the ones on the right hand side. Next up, I picked up a pack of the Distress White Heavy Stock cardstock. I saw Tim Holtz use this and I absolutely love the Distress watercolour cardstock. I think it works really nicely with distress inks. The only thing for me is that it does have quite a bit of a texture to it, and so I thought I would try this instead. It's very heavyweight. I can't remember the weight of it off the top of my head, but I think it's like £130 or £140 or something. And so I thought I would try it out for some distress inking, where I'm also adding some water to it as well. And this is the pack of 10 sheets of 8.5 by 11. So looking forward to trying that out. I did pick up a pack of the Fun Stampers Journey Black Twine. I use this all of the time for my tags, and they had a holiday sale at Spellbinders, so I managed to pick that up. And then I also picked up this Nouveau Glacier paste. This is the white. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, I apologise. But it's really, really pretty, kind of like a pearlescent. I thought it would work really nicely for snowflakes, for Christmas cards. Again, I haven't really had time, unfortunately, to use it for that. But it will look really nice on lots of different things all year round as well. And then I also picked up the Spectrum Noir Sparkle Glitter Ink. I saw Jessica Frost Ballas use this in a video and I thought it looked really pretty. This is basically like a liquid version of the stuff that's in their glitter pens. Or I suppose that is liquid, but this is in a pot, so I can take it out and kind of flick it onto a panel. I thought this would work really nicely for kind of shimmery splatters. And although unfortunately you have to buy it as a pack of 3 if you just want this colour, they do have other packs with different colours in them, but you do have to buy it as a pack of 3, which is a little bit annoying, but I'll hopefully be able to give one to a friend. And then I also picked up the Tailored Expressions blender brushes, and these are in the pastel shades. I absolutely adore the pack of blender brushes that I have from Tailored Expressions. I use them all the time, really, really love them. But for me, quite often I end up, like if I'm ink blending blues, for example, I'll use like a dark blue, maybe a light blue, maybe a medium shade blue, and so it's really nice to have these pale shades as well. I mean, you don't need obviously an ink blending tool for each colour, but it is quite nice just to have those as well, so that was kind of a treat to myself. And then last but not least, I picked up the Tim Holtz Media Matte in the travel size. This was actually from a friend. She was doing a D-stash And so I managed to pick it up from her. And originally I wasn't sure if I really wanted the travel mat as well, because I have the large version. But I have to be honest and say, although I love it, I don't really like having it on my desk, the large version, because it just scratches so easily. And that doesn't affect the use of the mat one bit, but I just don't like having scratches all over it. So I've been using the Altenew mat quite a bit, and I really love that. But I do still really like having the glass mat for different applications. You can use it for alcohol inks and things like that. I'll be honest with you, I don't really like using the glass for alcohol inks that much. It does take me quite a long time to clean them up, but it is quite nice for ink blending and things that are a little bit more dirty. So I can just kind of lift this up, use it, and then put it away instead of having to take my whole kind of Altenew mat off of my desk, bring the other one on and things like that. Like I said, I do still use the other glass media mat, the full size version, but I kind of go between using that and the Altenew mat. But this one's really nice as well because it comes in its own little kind of pouch, and so it's really nice to kind of store it away and just have it in that pouch kind of safely hidden away in my craft room. And so that was a look at everything that I purchased in the last couple of months. I will have links to everything I shared in the description bar on YouTube and also over on my blog. I hope to maybe get a video up before Christmas, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you celebrate, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I hope to be back before the new year to share a couple more videos with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.